Okay, so this is Witchlight Carnival number 2, starting from hour 5 of the carnival and going through the night. So it's like about midnight. The Big Top Extravaganza has just taken place. The hour shifts to hour 5 in the Big Top. We can roll for your first exhaustion, Portia. So roll a d3 and try and roll low.
Okay. I did roll at the end of the last session if you want me to go by that.
What'd you get?
3.
A 3. All right, this orange thing with a 3 in it will be your exhaustion level. Oops. Right there, 3. There we go. Okay, there's Portia's exhaustion level. And that takes with it your disadvantage on ability checks, including initiative rolls, speeds halved, and you have disadvantage on attacks and saving throws. So
Hello.
not good stuff. Hey, Dave.
No, not at all.
Not Dave.
Hey, Zach.
Tom.
There it is.
Okay, let's do some character intros for the rest of you all. So we'll start with Big Blue. Go ahead, Big Blue.
Good evening. Big Blue is a not so big and not so blue fairy who's been stuck here, or that kind of the counter, right? He had a memory with the carnival crossing over to this weird land that's not the Feywild, and got stuck on this side, and unfortunately got cloistered, got stuck in a convent, became a cleric, and then broke free right under the guise of doing good for the rest of the world, trying to get his way back to the Feywild. Wasn't unsuccessful, and then luckily bumped into a warlock who's asked him and Tiny G to go look for his patron on the other side. And this is the doorway, or supposedly, we haven't found one, so I don't know how credible this warlock actually was. That's me.
All right.
That was a little bit of backstory for last session too, but I didn't think you'd mind.
No, I don't mind at all. Maynard. Go ahead, Maynard.
Maynard is a halfling who was adopted by a troop of thespians. You might remember him from his role in the Jackanape Chronicles as Gus. He's also learned a few sly tricks along the way, but he's looking for a map he lost visiting the carnival many years ago, and with it, his sense of direction.
All right. Then we have Portia.
Okay. So Portia is a rather seemingly impassive woman. She's dressed in finery that actually matches the carnival because she does work there and has lived there for a number of years. First as an apprentice to the previous fortune teller, but now she is the resident fortune teller, and doesn't have a whole lot to share about herself beyond that.
All right, Tiny G.
Tiny G used to be a human, or that's what he says, at least, until a hag had turned him into this fairy and took away all of his liveliness, and he just has a sour face on it, a look on his face now.
Hello.
Hey, Josh. He's back at the carnival after going there as a child, and it is bringing out some of the wanderlust from his youth, but he's still just very, very leave me alone-ish.
All right. That is everyone except for that rabbit who just showed back up. So, Jotaro, go ahead with that intro.
Jotaro is a ranger, Heron ranger. He's kind of a fixer for the Sealy court. He was tasked with assisting a warlock who had lost contact with his Fey pact patron, and this mission has led him to the Witchlight Carnival to try to find a passage to Prismere, the domain of said Archfey.
All right, cool. So last time we played, you all came to the carnival, and on the left side of the screen, starting like here and going down, you can kind of see some pictures of the recap of what you've been through so far. And you just finished with the Big Top Extravaganza. And after the Big Top Extravaganza, you are approached by an individual bugbear wearing on his head a pumpkin. Here is your bugbear friend. I got a bigger picture there of him. So he comes up to you all and he says, follow me. Management wants to see you. He waits for you for a second to see if you're following, and then heads on back out of the big tent and starts heading around towards the staff area. So, you guys follow?
We do.
Oh, yes.
So
yeah,
you-
I think I asked him as we under my breath. I said, "Does this count as spying, but spying in the open? Are we supposed to come over here?" Kind of got
Yes.
distracted by the big top.
The
Kettle Stream.
what was it? Was it a gnome?
I think it was Kettle
With the
Stream.
frog?
Oh no, it might have been.
That was the Kenku, but it was
Yeah.
the person with the loot.
That was Eliwick. Yeah, Eliwick is who sent you over that direction. But Eliwick's token over by your guys. There you go. There's Eliwick there. So she suggested that you spy on Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. And luckily, Burley takes you right on over there. He leads you to a circle of wagons. Well, first of all, you come to a hedge, a thorny hedge that's like 20 feet tall and 5 feet wide. And as he walks up to it, it parts and creates a doorway for him to go through and for you to follow. He leads you into a circle of wagons, and you see leaning against a particularly ostentatious wagon an aging clown with a painted-on grin. Here's your aging clown right here. With a painted-on grin, he puffs on a bubble pipe and glares at you and at the bugbear. The bugbear just ignores him. Burley ignores this clown and opens the wagon's door and ushers you inside. So this is what you see when you first look in the wagon.
I'd like to find out how the clown escaped Ravenloft.
Yeah. There is a picture of what you see when the door opens into the wagon. 2 elves are in there, or maybe more properly Shadow Kai, which are elves from the Shadowfell. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, you've heard of them, and this is your first time seeing them up close. You saw them both at the Big Top Extravaganza earlier. So, looking into the wagon. One bunk is neat and unadorned. That's what Mr. Witch is leaned against. And one bunk is gaudy and messy with costumes strewn everywhere. A flamboyant elf grins from ear to ear as he welcomes you into the wagon. With a theatrical bow, he says, "Please come in. It's a delight to meet you all. I'm Mr. Light, and with this is my associate, Mr. Witch." He gestures to the stocky elf lounging on the bunk, and Mr. Witch just nods to you and doffs his top hat. Mr. Light motions to his scepter. You've heard some rumors about this scepter that he carries. It's called the Witchlight Vein. He says, this will pick up every nuance of emotion in the carnival. I am grateful that you have brought so much cheer to the carnival. Can you tell me, why are you visiting, Mr. Big?
I ponder for a second, like I'm going to come up with a lie, and then I just go, well, I've come here to find a gateway to the Feywild, and I haven't found it yet. And that's kind of I came here maybe 10, 15 years ago as a child or as a fairyling. But right now I'm looking for a doorway home, basically.
Huh, very interesting. How about you, Jotaro? You muted if you're talking.
Oh, yep, you did.
I am muted, and I've been tasked with discovering the current fate of Zabilna, the Archfey, and I need passage to her realm of Prismere.
Well, she is the patron of this carnival, but we haven't heard from her for quite some time. Interesting. How about you, Maynard?
Well, long ago I visited this carnival as a boy, and I lost a map that I thought would lead me on my true way home. I came back to find it again. I think it is in the same place that Jotaro mentioned, this Prismere. But I don't know how to find it. I can't seem to find anything.
All right. How about you? He kind of looks past Portia and looks to Tiny G. How about you, little fairy?
The cupcakes, they get to me. They're just so delicious. I had to come back. Also, I found out what a hag did to me, so I'm on a vengeance path.
You know, now that you mention it, I do recognize the two of you. There's forces at work on the other side that are entirely beyond our control, you must know. We had nothing to do with what you lost. The Wheel of Time turns ever on. Oh, this is Mr. Witch. He says, after Light says, we have no control over what you lost. He says the Wheel of Light turns ever on. What's lost is lost. What's gone is gone. Then Mr. Light turns to Portia. Portia, what brings you into this company of these adventurers?
Well, I'm with them mostly because a fairy dragon approached me and indicated that I should help them, and I am happy to do so because the cards have also confirmed this. But also, I am very happy to have a chance to speak with you because I would like to lodge a complaint about the mystery mine. I am worried that if it is important to you that the carnival have a very cheery, happy disposition, that the mystery mine is a complete opposite of that experience.
Oh dear. Oh my. I've told you, Mr. Witch, that we should do something about that. Mr.
I
Witch,
didn't find it that bad.
Mr. Witch says, yeah, reminds me of when we got that Catoblepus here. Maybe we do need to do something to work on that mine. So, Mr. Light says, well, I am very excited that you've come, that you're enjoying yourself at the carnival. Please, your requests are under consideration. We'll see what we can do, if there's anything we can do to help you. Please make yourselves at home in the carnival, and see the clown on the way out. He's a clown of few words, but many talents. I will have him fashion a balloon for you each, and I thank you all for bringing the mood of the carnival up so much. Then Mr. Witch takes a quick look at his watch, and he nods to Burley, and Burley says, "Follow me." So, if you follow Burley, he escorts you back out of the staff area. Your requests are under consideration, and you have a couple hours to go before the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch, for you to explore a little bit more. Maybe find out what's up with that Kenku. Maybe see Eliwick again. Pretty much whatever you guys want to do out there. All right. So back out into the carnival you go. Burley, after he gets to the edge of the staff area, lets you leave. And then you can see the thorny wall close behind you.
Do we... So we did. I'm just trying to. The clicks aren't here. The hash marks. We didn't do Pixie King. This is just off the top of my head, so please tell me if I'm wrong. We didn't do Pixie Kingdom. We didn't do Gondola Swans, and we didn't do Dragonfly Rides.
That's all correct.
Okay. Do you guys want to hit those as well, or?
Which one you want to do, Big Blue?
Tired to make decision.
Right across the street from the Pixie Kingdom.
Pixie Kingdom it is. Okay. As you cross the street of the Pixie Kingdom, you notice a satyr with red and white striped horns plays the pipes while leading a procession of dancing rodents past you down the street. And then you can see that there is another one of those games. This one is guessing the number of feathers on a cockatrice. Anyone like to give it a try?
I'm automatic yes for any game, by the way.
One punch, Big Blue. You get
I'm
3
on
tries.
my second ticket.
You get 3 tries. Yeah, you have to buy another ticket if you don't already have one.
Yeah, I think I bought my second one.
Got it.
I just don't see where my notes are at.
So an intelligence check, DC 18 to guess correctly.
All right. That's on my notepad. Mark down. And it was eight per ticket.
Correct.
Okay. And where is my token?
You guys are all right.
Very top left.
Oh, there we are. All right. And what was it again? What
Intelligence check, DC 18.
Oh. Somebody want to give me guidance or anything? Because what do you know, Blue? You really feel like he's going to struggle with this.
Blue can cast guidance.
Oh, myself? Okay.
Yep.
That's what I will do. This is much easier when I have no spells.
Yeah.
So I will cast that.
So
5?
failed on the first one.
Okay.
You can try again. They say, nope, nowhere close. They pull out a different cockatrice. Oh, you're getting closer. Still
13?
no success, though.
I feel like this is wasted.
Need at least a 14 to roll your guidance. Oh, you got a chance. Click your guidance roll.
All right. I'm closing
Either
my eyes.
2
Don't
or
tell
higher.
me what it is.
Yes, you
there
got
we
it on
go.
the 3rd try. So on the 3rd try, you guess correctly the number of feathers on the cockatrice, and you get a prize for doing that. Your prize is a trinket, determined by rolling randomly. Roll a D100, please.
Ooh.
What'd you get? 97. On the Feywild trinkets, that is a glass slipper. Just one. The second one's missing.
I instantly take off my boot. Does it fit?
No, it does not. Okay, as the rest of you are watching this, something happens. So I'm going to grab your tokens. Capium, Dragon. So we'll say you guys are like over here, Big Blue's here. This is the tent where they're doing the guessing. You guys can put you guys wherever you want to be in the tent there, or around the street there. There's some passers-by around you all. When one unruly kid accidentally knocks over one of the cockatrice cages, causing a chain reaction, and a bunch of cockatrices are let loose.
Oh no.
His mom immediately starts yelling at him. And there's 2 over there and 3 over here. And the little kid right in the middle of them all. The mom's coming to rescue him. The dad's over there holding the hand of the other little kid. And roll initiative, everyone.
Bum, bum, bum.
Hey, Tom, out of curiosity, knowing what I have heard about this adventure,
Yeah.
was this part of the adventure, or did you add it because...
I added it because I like combat.
Yeah, and I want to say
Good.
thank you. Thank you for that.
Okay, Jotaro, you are first to react.
Which is the button?
Jotaro is going to
Portia,
first...
what'd you say?
Oh, sorry.
What's the button for initiative?
Oh, click your token, and it's the top left one. Is make sure you have unchecked alphabetically sort token actions, and then it'll be the top left one.
Oh no. Okay.
So you click your token,
Us.
click the My Settings above the chat, and then you're looking for alphabetically
found it.
sort token actions. Turn that off, yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
Then click off your token back on, and got your initiative descending. Okay, Jotaro, what do you want to do?
Jotaro is going to cast Hunter's Mark
Okay.
on the this one right here.
Got it.
He's going to move back a little bit. And then he is going to try to shoot it with his longbow.
All right, fire away. A 10 is a miss.
That will be the end of his turn.
Tiny G, your turn. Oh, Tiny and Portia, you both needed to roll initiative twice and take the lower of your 2 rolls. So why don't you roll again real quick?
9.
If it's lower on your second roll, type in the new number. If it's actually, you'll just keep it. If it was, yeah, they both went lower. So I'm gonna move you down, Tiny G. Move Portia down, Tiny G down. Okay, now the cockatrices go. So the hunter's marked cockatrice goes after the boy, tries to bite him, hits the boy, does 3 points of piercing damage to him. He screams in pain, and he is restrained. A con save will negate that, so he tries to make his con save. He does. He's not restrained. That cockatrice is done. And then we got a cockatrice on the other side of the boy, attacks the boy with a bite. Misses the boy, he dodges it just barely. And then the cockatrice by Portia goes after Portia with a bite. 22 to hit you, Portia. 3 points of piercing damage. DC 11 Constitution saving throw with disadvantage because of your exhaustion.
Right. Ooh.
You are good. Not restrained. You just took 3 points damage. That cockatrice is done. Then cockatrice, another one by Portia. Attacking Portia. Gets another hit for 5 more points damage, Portia. Another DC 11 con save. You're good again. All right. After that one, the last cockatrice to the north is going attacking Tiny G with a bite. 14 on Tiny G is a miss. Tiny G, your turn.
All right. Well, I was just gonna drag him away, but I'm gonna take out my battle axe, attack that one. It's a 13
A 13 hit.
for 10.
10 points damage. It's 10. The owner of the cockatrices say, don't kill it, just knock it out. And he's trying to like put cages over him. And so now you see that you could possibly, with an action, try and shoo him into a cage with an animal handling check. So an action to get him in a cage with an animal handling check. And it'll be opposed by, it'll be opposed by their, I think, perception. Yeah, you have to beat their wisdom perception. All right, so that's Tiny's done. Portia, your turn.
Okay.
Oh, Tiny, you did 10? I got it. Okay, good. Go ahead, Portia.
I do want to attempt to shoo one into a cage.
Okay. So that's going to be the animal handling check. So you just click your guy and then click the W8 button.
Yep.
Well, you've got a little bit of training in it, being a bard. So you got an 11. So the cockatrice you're trying to get shooed in there got a 10. You beat it. So which one?
Hallelujah. This one.
All right. Put them just off the map there. So you got one of the cockatrices shoot back into the cage. Cage door shut. What else, Portia?
Can I... let me just see this. I would like to bardically inspire Maynard.
Nice.
Except that it's not really bardically, it's more mystically.
Okay. So Maynard, you have a bardic inspiration on you. Jotaro, don't forget to mark your concentration. Maynard, don't forget to mark your bardic inspiration. And Maynard, your turn.
Dave, you've been muted
If
for a while.
you're muted, probably.
Yeah. Seeing the success that Portia had, I am inspired to try and get one of those cockatrices in the cage.
All right. Go ahead and make an animal handling check.
Okay.
You got a 6. Cockatrice got a 17. No.
Oh no.
Dodges out of the way of the cage. That was your action. What else you want to do, Maynard?
I'm gonna disengage using my whatchamacallit.
Bonus cunning action.
Cutting action.
And then move to there. Okay. After Maynard is Big Blue.
Right. I'm going to take an action to corral a cockatrice.
All right. Got to beat a 14. Got to get a 15 or higher to get him out. Or get him in the cage.
All right, wisdom. And
You got him. Which one?
the one below me.
Right. Two of them.
And I'll take a bonus action healing word on the child.
Oh, nice. Okay.
6.
He's healed all the way back up. He disengages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Runs behind his mom. His mom starts dragging him by the ear away from the ear. The dad catches up with the mom, dragging the other kid with him, and they're all kind of crying and screaming and running away. The crowd's parted and spread out kind of in a semicircle around you guys, so everyone's watching you. Big Blue is done. Round is over. Jotaro, your turn.
Jotaro's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there and attempt to do an animal handling check.
Gotta beat a 5. You got it. One's in the cage. All right. After Jotaro, we got the cockatrice here. Between Tiny G and Big Blue was attacking the boy, so that's going to go after Big Blue. 20 to hit you, Big Blue, for 5 points of piercing. DC 11 con save or be restrained.
Subtract the 5 and a con save.
Ooh,
And
no. You are now restrained as your skin starts to harden. Your muscles are rigidly contracting on you. That cockatrice is done. That one's gone. Nope. This one's gone. This one's gone. And now the one by Tiny G. Tries to bite Tiny G. 11's a miss. Tiny G, your turn.
All right. Well, this thing doesn't seem to hurt too much, so I'm going to try and grab its neck and yeet it into a cage.
All right, wisdom check. 18 to no, you do not. Then Portia.
Come here, you dumb bird-looking thing.
Can I shoot them from like not direct melee range?
No, you have to be right adjacent.
Okay. I'll get here and attempt to shoot that one. Boop.
Got to be the 7. You got it. One more's in the cage. And then
These are amazingly lucky. Sorry.
Maynard, your turn.
Okay, well, we'll move up and try and shoo this last one.
Ooh, nice check.
There, I like the...
Like your
Look at
chances with
that.
the 19. You got him. Okay. We're going to stay around here because Big Blue's got a save to make. DC 11 or be petrified, Big Blue.
oh, great. Can I give myself guide?
The guidance doesn't help. Do you have resistance cantrip?
No.
Then there's
What about
nothing
bless?
you can do. Oh, bless would.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cast
So-
bless on yourself right away.
Yeah, cast bless on me. Oh, nobody else needs it. Well, I'll bless it on my left arm, my right arm, and my head.
All right.
That sounds completely kosher. All right, so bless, 4,
four.
and
Nice.
con, and I won't look at the screen. You guys
Okay.
just tell me by your reaction, okay?
Okay.
Oh,
Did I make
no.
it?
Well done.
No.
Well done. Okay. So that bumps the crowd's mood up 1 notch. You guys are already at max though, so you did good there. The colors all around you are more vibrant. The lights over your head seem to glow even brighter than they were before. A shooting star swoops across the clear night sky. The crowd cheers at the heroic effort you guys all put through to get the cockatrices back in the cages and save the little boy. All right. So, did anyone else want to try the guess number of feathers?
Do we have advantage on the check since we were so close to the cockatrices?
The problem is you're going to have to maybe come back in a little bit because they have to recount the feathers because a whole bunch were lost. So they don't have any feathers or
You
any-
mean I can't try now?
You can try now. Yeah. So Big Blue's done it. Maynard, do you want to try?
I do.
All right. It is an intelligence check. After they count the feathers again. DC 18. Boom. Maynard got on the first try. 2 prizes from Maynard. He gets... Dun, 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 dun. There. Boom. You got number 8. Oh, you got a glove puppet, which can do a minor illusion 3 times, then it will disappear in a puff of smoke. And then you got a wooden wand, another wand of prestidigitation. All right. Anyone else want to try? Okay. Then you continue on to the Pixie Kingdom. So the Pixie Kingdom, there's a copse of oak trees sheltering a miniaturized fairground. At its heart, a hamster runs inside a tiny Ferris wheel, encircled by minuscule wagons and candy stalls. The pixie sits cross-legged on the hollow of a tree at the entrance to the realm. 1 ticket punch. I'm Jeremy Plume, the pixie says. This is the best attraction there is. You should come in. Oh, but you need pixie names. Who's in?
I'm in.
Want a pixie name?
Yep.
Your name is Puddle Mud.
Puddle Mud.
Puddle
Yes, suits me well.
Jotaro. You want a pixie name?
Yes.
You are Bright Might. And Portia.
Yes, I already have one. It is. If you want to supply that.
Oh, Cobweb.
I just. Okay, yeah, it is Cobweb.
Maynard. You not muted. Are you in, Maynard?
Yeah, I'll go in.
You want a pixie name?
Well, you know, in the play Rudy Ruck Ruck, I played the title role
Rudy.
of the pixie Rudy Ruck Ruck. So
Well, I think that's your name then.
I think that would be suit me.
He looks at the dour tiny G,
Just a
Kinda-
lowercase g is fine.
cocks his head sideways, and gruffly says, you can be Grim Dimple.
Fitting.
All right, so you guys all got your pixie names, which would also bump the mood up a notch if you are already at the max. And you can explore the Pixie Kingdom. So you're exploring around the wagons and the trees and the Ferris wheel with the hamster spinning it when you are approached. Let's see here. Well, first exploring. So the Pixie Kingdom is a tranquil oasis compared to the rest of the bustling carnival. The air is filled with the aroma of blackberry wine and flower blossoms. 8 brightly painted doorways are nestled in the bark at the base of the surrounding trees. 12 pixies reside here. They are friendly, curious, and eagerly ask you all sorts of questions, and you're free to explore and experience the wonders. There is a pine cone, an excitable pug that listens only to pixies that you can ride. You can explore the palace made entirely of old cocoon husks, beautifully woven together. You can dine on kuka melon sandwiches and thimbleberry tarts inside one of the pixie cottages. And you can ride the wheel. The wooden wheel has 8 wicker carriages and is powered by a talkative hamster named Biscuit. What do you want to do, Burley?
Which one's Burley?
I'm not Burley. I'm sorry. Big Blue.
Oh. First, I want these cucumber / melon sandwiches, and I wonder if it's some hybrid plant. That's the first thing I want to do, but I want to take my sandwich and ride the Ferris wheel while talking to Biscuit.
Okay, Chotaro, what do you want to do? You're muted if you're talking. How about Tiny G? What do you want to do?
Sorry, my thing goofed up, but come back to me.
I'll ride the wheel and bring out my tiny wooden mouse while I talk with
Portia.
Yeah, I'll ride the Ferris wheel.
Maynard.
And the size of the dog is sized for only pixies to be able to ride it.
Only pixies. He only answers to pixies.
But he's big enough for
He's a
human
full-size
to-
pug. No, he's oh, I'm sorry. You are all given a potion when you walk in, which, when you drink it, reduces your size to the size of a pixie. Sorry about that. I forgot to tell you that.
Oh.
So you're all pixie size. Yeah, you're not human size riding the pixie wagon or carousel or Ferris wheel.
Okay.
Okay, so you're riding the Ferris wheel. Maynard.
Oh, I definitely want to visit the Pixie Palace made of
Pixie
old
Palace.
cocoon husks.
Nice. And lastly, Jotaro.
Jotaro would want to ride the pug.
Okay. Jotaro's riding around on the pug, which is going crazy, running around the Pixie Kingdom. Some of you are talking to Biscuit the hamster. Biscuit is talkative, so he just rambles on as he's rolling the Ferris wheel around and around, talking to you guys the whole time. He says everyone's on the lookout for a Kenku troublemaker, but she's using magic to disguise herself. Candlefoot the mime and Portia the mermaid are in love. On top of that, Candlefoot's lost his voice. Is that part of his act? I don't know. Burley the bugbear. He often talks philosophy with one of the Gondola Swans. That bugbear has brains as well as brawn. And he asks what you guys are all doing. Any specific questions about items he shared?
Can I just ask a color question?
Yeah.
Is he huffing and puffing when he's doing it?
No.
Like, I can just see this. Like, is he a fit hamster,
He
or
is.
is he?
He
Oh,
is.
Swole.
He's a swole hamster.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because I just was like him huffing and puffing, kind of. I have a question. Do we get a potion of healing?
No. No,
No.
I don't think that's... I think they took that away in Season 11 Plus. So,
All right, well, I'll
Yeah.
wash it down with just water then. I'll wash my sandwich down with water. I wanted to wash it down with the potion of healing, but
Yeah.
I'll just come out of. I mean, I'll come out of and just say it. I'll ask Biscuit. Have you ever seen a doorway to an extra dimensional doorway?
no, I can't say I have. There's doors all around the trees, though. You look around, you see there's doors in the base of all the trees.
Did those go to extra dimensions?
I don't know. I don't know.
Have you ever been off this wheel?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, that's all questions I've got. It's a big sandwich.
Say again what you said about Burley.
Burley, he's really, really smart. He talks to the swans that pull the gondolas. While you're exploring the palace, Maynard, you are approached by a little pixie and invited to play a game of hide and seek, you and all your friends. The pixie's name is Honeymint, and with Honeymint is Starbug. They say you can hide anywhere in the kingdom. Honeymint, though, points out a few good spots to hide. There's Biscuit's wheel. A Biscuit is really talkative, so offering him some food might quiet him up. There's the flower bed. But those wildflowers, they talk constantly and bicker over which is the silkiest petals and which has the finest aroma, so flattery can silence them. And then there's the heron's nest. An awakened heron named Beatrice, who enjoys talking about the weather and roosts in a clump of long grasses, might allow you to hide in her nest if you ask nicely. So they wait for you, Maynard, to go collect up the rest of your friends, and anyone who wants to play with hide and seek can. So
Cost ticket.
no tickets. No, it's just one punched into the Pixie Kingdom. So we'll start reverse order this time. Tiny G, would you like to play
Hide and seek?
hide and seek?
Sure.
So do you want to take one of those 3 spots that Honeymint told you about, or do you want to hide somewhere else?
And I'd have to hide in the kingdom. I can't just go somewhere else.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. I'll hide on the on the back of the bee on this little honey pot all the way up here.
Okay.
Fly up there and kind of stick myself.
Okay. Make a wisdom check And if you trade in stealth, you get to add +2 to the check.
I am not, so just a wisdom.
Just a straight wisdom check then for you. All right, so you got a 10. Maynard, where do you want to hide?
Oh, I definitely want to hide in the nest.
Okay, so you're going to have to make a persuasion check for the Heron to let you. That's a wisdom, or no, that's a charisma persuasion check first. If you get a 12, you'll have advantage. No, so it's a regular hide check for you. So a wisdom stealth check. So roll a wisdom check, and we'll add +2 for your stealth, or +4 if you're expert at it. Are you an expert at stealth?
Let me check. +7 with stealth.
It's pretty good. And 3, that's, so you are an expert, so you get +4. So you got a 15 for Maynard. Whatever these by your names here. 15 for Maynard. Tiny G got a 10. Okay. Portia, where do you want to hide?
If you'll allow it, she would like to hide it in one of the cocoon husks of the palace and use minor illusion to make it look empty.
Okay.
Like in front of her.
Right. So make a wisdom stealth check with advantage.
But maybe also with disadvantage since she's exhausted.
Correct.
But so it would
Be the 14, and you are +1 stealth?
My stealth is +4.
+4, nice, okay. So you are, well, let's see, 1 of that is from Dex. No, 3 of that's from Dex, so you are +1. So you got a 14, 15 on stealth. See what I did there?
Yes.
You just get your half your proficiency bonus. Jotaro, where you want to hide?
Jotaro will hide by the hamster.
Hide by the hamster. Make a persuasion check, charisma persuasion, to convince the hamster to be quiet and not give your spot away.
Could I try to make an animal handling check instead?
Yeah, you can do animal handling instead.
All right. Can you center me? I'm sorry. I don't know where we are.
Right there.
Ah, thank you.
Okay, so you have advantage on your wisdom stealth check.
And here is that.
Nice. I'm just going to put 20 plus. Big Blue, where do you want to hide?
All right, I'm going to go over to the Heron, and I'm going to talk to her. It was her, right?
Yep.
And I'm going to talk about the weather, and then I'm going to cast Druidcraft to predict the weather.
Nice.
So I'm going to cast it, and and I'm just going to hide right around the Heron. Right.
Okay.
I hope that it gives me some advantage.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion, charisma.
Charisma, yeah.
I should just stand right out in the middle. All right. Can I give myself guidance? No, just kidding.
No.
Just kidding. So I got
Okay, so that
3.
was a success. Now you have a wisdom stealth check with advantage.
Wisdom stealth. Nope.
So
don't have
that's a
anything for
10.
stealth.
And you have no training in stealth, so you got a 10. Okay.
No.
So Tiny G was found right away. And I'm going to speed this up and just do 2 of you in the first round. Big Blue was found right away. Now there's 3 of you that go into the final round. Jotaro, Maynard, and Portia. So everyone gathers back together, and you go off to hide again. Tiny G is out. Big Blue's out. Maynard, where do you want to hide this time?
Well, let's see. I don't have any food to offer Biscuit, so I guess I'm going to try the flower bed. Talking about how wonderful and full the talking wildflowers are.
So make a persuasion check. See if you can convince them to be quiet while you hide.
No problem.
No, so straight up stealth check. Wisdom stealth check. That's an 8 total for you. Don't like your chances. Portia.
That's
Okay,
okay.
Portia will bribe the hamster with a unicorn horn of candy.
Okay. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Uh-oh.
But you're straight up because you're exhausted, so that's not a
Yeah.
success. So you're making a straight wisdom stealth check. So you have a disadvantage because of your exhaustion.
Right.
That's a 12, not bad. Which becomes a 13. So Jotaro, you have to beat a 13 to win. Where do you want to hide, Jotaro?
Jotaro's going to hide instead by the pug this time.
Hide by the pug, okay? Make a stealth check straight up. Wisdom stealth check. Ooh, 14 plus
Pretty good.
2 more, 16. Jotaro is the victor. And Jotaro, you win a packet of pixie dust.
Nice.
Is that your second one now?
It is.
All right.
Jotaro's got to have it.
Yeah. That dusting of that sparkling fur under the moon, that's just pixie
Yeah.
dust.
Yes, it is. His fur doesn't actually sparkle. It just appears to sparkle to him because he's so high. He just walks around saying, "Can you see my fur sparkling?" And nobody else can.
Okay, you can take a short rest if you want. You have a little bit of time to kill while you're waiting for the potion of pixie size to wear off. So go ahead and take a short rest. You can spend your hit dice. Portia could do a song of rest for anyone who spends hit dice. And for the exhaustion, Portia, your exhaustion will go down to 2, and Tiny G, your exhaustion will go down to 2.
Yay!
We'll have it wear off a little faster than regular exhaustion. Otherwise, we're going to die pretty quick.
Oh yeah.
Is the H hit dice?
Yes.
No,
Nope,
history.
Wrong. A14 is hit dice for you. It's the second one right
Oh, okay.
behind initiative. And you can do again because you have 2 hit dice at your level.
Yeah.
If you want.
Do you want?
Okay. So when your short rest is over and you're ready to leave the Pixie Kingdom, then Jotaro. The hour advances to the 6th hour. And Jotaro, where do you want to go?
I say the swans.
Okay. So off to the swans you guys go. On the way there... an elf stilt walker tosses colorful, sugary treats down to children who pass by. And you get to the Gondola Swans. So an enormous swans glide through the water, pulling ornate wooden gondolas draped in flowers. The swans disappear into banks of silver mist as they wend their way down the river. A jetty extends ahead, at the end of which a waiting swan preens its feathers. 1 ticket punch to ride. So who would like to ride the Swan Gondola? Move your token up if you want to ride one.
Haven't we already ridden this one?
No, you've been to the Silver Song Lake, though, and saw the mermaid singing.
Yes.
She is not singing right now.
Tiny.
You going for the ride, Maynard?
I've lost track of my token, but yeah, sure.
I have them all right up here at the top all the time.
Thank you.
That will make it easier for you to find them in this kind of mess of the fair. Okay, so the Gondola Swan. As you approach the swan, she bows her head and she introduces herself in common. She says, "I am Featherine. I will take you along the river that encircles the carnival." So after you guys all embark, the swan starts to swim away, pulling the gondola as she does, and makes a long, windy path of the river that goes around the carnival. On the way, Featherine is erudite and haughty. She asks you several metaphysical questions as you travel, starting with, what is joy? Anyone got an answer for what is joy?
Pixie dust.
Nice.
Euphoria.
Anyone
Pain.
else?
Pain.
Pain.
Joy. Pain. Sorry.
How
Only achievable when I eat a Euphoria.
she continues, how do I know that you exist?
Well,
Faith.
you don't unless you trust your own senses.
She ponders
You
on
know
that for a
at
while.
least
Go ahead, Maynard.
you know that at least we're a dream that exists inside you.
Ooh, yes, true. Do you guys have any
Or-
questions for her as she's pulling you through the waters?
Yeah, have you seen a door? Do you get out of the water at all? Have you heard any mention of a
Do you know the way
door
to Prismere?
or that?
I don't know the way to Prismere.
Does
You know, there's
Burley know
a-
the answers to these
my friend-
questions?
My friend Burley, he's missing someone. He would like to find the way to Prismere, I'm sure. He had a
Oh.
brother named Hurley.
Hurly
No one-
Burly?
Yeah, no one knows what happened to Hurley, but everyone knows he never really fit in. His brother Burley has a profound mind, though. He's simply wasted guarding the staff wagons. He misses his brother tremendously.
Oh.
She continues on.
We simply must talk to Burley.
We shall. Do you want to ask about have you seen a bird around here that mimics voices?
I
They call him a
have
kenku.
a black-feathered fowl bird, right?
Like FOWL, like or
The swan just says yes.
FOU. I was like, wait, how do you spell the other fowl? It's been a long
FOUL.
day. Yeah. It's been a long day.
Last question is you guys are pulling back up to the jetty. In a world so full of magic, is time an illusion?
Time is a construct of people that measure it. And that's it. Time doesn't
Time-
matter to a rock.
Time changes based on your perception. Time flies when you're having fun and slows to a crawl during onerous burdens.
Does anyone have any last questions for Featherine as she pulls up to the jetty?
Did you see what the Kenku was? Did you ever see it disguise itself as anything?
Yeah, it's taken the form of just moms and dads and even little kids. It's hanging out looking for ways to disrupt rides. I saw it on the shore here as the mermaid was singing, mocking her. I saw you chase after it, actually.
We beat him up.
Hmm.
But you have not seen it since.
No, I have not. All right, so the Swan drops you all off at the jetty, and you can go on to the next ride you want to do. Tiny G, your turn to pick.
For the new ride.
What'd you say?
To pick a new ride.
Yeah.
situation?
Yeah.
The only one you haven't done yet is the Dragonfly rides.
Is the butterfly rides.
Dragonfly
Right.
rides.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. On your way there, a little snot-nosed kid comes up to Jotaro and all of you and says, "Hey, I beat you at the snail races. I'll race you again if you want."
You definitely. I suspect it's a Kenku. I suspect it. Do I see? No, I don't know.
The kid makes a laugh at that, which sounds suspiciously like a cawing sound, and takes running off through the fair.
Oh snap!
So you guys
I-
give chase? Do you guys want to give chase?
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
little snot-nosed punk isn't going to...
Roll initiative, everyone.
Oh,
Oh no. Okay.
I was gonna. Never mind. All right, where are we at?
You'll be all at the top left.
I had moved down to the Dragonfly. I was getting so excited. All right, there's better.
Oh wait, do I still have to do that if I'm at 2 levels of exhaustion? I can't
Yeah,
remember what-
yeah. You
Okay.
have disadvantage on ability checks at just 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Not... There we go.
Big Blue, you are first. So this little boy is running off through the fair. He gave a laugh that sounded like a cawing sound, and you're chasing after him, Big Blue. What do you want to do?
How far is he ahead of me?
Not far, but he's running the same speed as you are. You got any way to catch up with him?
Command, halt.
Oh, right. Okay.
Stoi!
Here's my saving throw.
Stoi iliapucum.
You got him. The kid freezes. You guys all catch up to him and then kind of surround him. And
Put him in a burlap bag and bludgeon him. No, sorry. Sorry. Bad Kenku.
And surely, as Portia suspected, it is the Kenku. So you guys got it all surrounded, the Kenku, and it looks at you and it speaks, and it's kind of disconcerting as it speaks because it speaks in just a soft human voice. Normally you're used to Kenku's like only like repeating sounds they've heard and their voice changing all the time, but this one's doesn't. Says, "What are you doing in the fair?"
I take a deep breath and I go, we're looking for a interdimensional door to Prismere.
You are.
Yes.
I'm looking for the same.
Why so many disruptions?
Yes,
These
thank you.
fair
Why
owners,
harming the mood?
these fair owners won't talk to me, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. My Fey pact is with an archfey named Zybilna, who rules the Feywild domain of Prismere. I'm convinced something's amiss with her, and as a warlock, I suspect that she no longer is in touch. And I'm very disconcerted. I want to question the owners about Prismere, but they keep giving me the cold shoulder. I'm sure they know more than they're letting on.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone go to make a wisdom insight check. Oh, actually, yeah, click them if you want to make them. But then, after you've clicked them, that way I'll see the modifiers. Type in /GR space D20. That rolls a D20 just to me. /GR space D20. That would be a secret insight roll that only I
Uh-oh.
see.
Oh, from now on?
I mean, yay. Who knows?
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know that way. Let's see.
That didn't work.
I don't know what I did wrong because I know what I rolled apparently.
Really?
It
I
says
think we're allowed to see
GM.
it. Or is the person rolling? I just assumed the GM and the person rolling could see it.
I thought it was only the GM would see it.
I can
want,
see
I want
it.
a card for my journal,
Okay.
which I just said and realized I'm not muted. Sorry. So I don't think that we should use the roll that I did that I could see because that's not fair. So if you want to re-roll it, I'd be more than happy to let you do that.
Can everyone see their own rolls?
I
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
Okay. So that doesn't work the way I thought it did.
I'll take my second one, though, if you want.
I'll roll. I'll roll with a regular die here.
I rolled a 1, so
Not that I can see it or anything.
Spooky Dame.
So
What are these?
Kettle Stream continues on as you guys study her every move. I overheard Witch and Light talking in their wagon last time I was here. She uses her mimicry. Now she actually changes her voice, and it sounds like Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, who you just met. In Mr. Light's voice, but agitated, she says, "Someone is going to find out about this. They'll shut us down." Followed by Witch's calm yet firm reply, "We agreed to this pact. Our hands were forced, but our eyes were open. We let the Hourglass Coven take what it wants, and in return, we stay in business. That is what you want, right? So then Kenku speaking again in that human voice, smooth. I've been causing trouble in the carnival, and I refuse to stop until Witchlight divulge what they know about Sibylna and Prismere. But I can't go to Prismere. If we can find the gate, can you go for me?
Yes.
I'm going anyways.
Oh, perfect. What we could do, maybe, is if we get some sort of leverage on him. You know that Witchlight vein that Mr. Light's always carrying around? If you could steal that, then I'm sure they'll do whatever we ask, and I bet they know the way to get to Prismere.
Steal a staff?
Yeah, the Witchlight vein, which is in the picture of him. Let's see. In the picture up here. It's what he's holding in his left hand right up there. What do you say? I can even provide a distraction for you if you want.
Yeah, I mean, we could...
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I think
Is
there'll
It's a
be...
really big item to steal, though. Sorry.
Can I just draw a card to see if the cards tell me that this is a good idea?
Yes, and matter of fact, would you like to do like a reading? And we can say this was the reading that you first did when everyone got here?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
is
If you
that what
guys
those
are
cards
agreeable
are?
to that.
Yeah.
Oh, can everybody see that? Okay.
Oh, I thought it was like if we get upset, like the
safety
cards.
cards? No, those aren't the
Yeah.
safety cards. Okay,
was
so
like-
this is a flashback to when you guys first
this is
arrived at the
awesome.
carnival. And Portia first gave you guys a reading. And why don't you put the cards up here where everyone can see them up here as you draw them, Portia?
Sure, they're probably going to come out kind of big, but I think I can resize them.
Okay.
Have you done the recall so that they're all present?
They are all present.
Okay, cool.
I hand you my ticket before you give it and ask you to punch it.
from out of my bag, I do like one of those, like how in the westerns they spin their pistols around. Only it's a hole punch. Okay, bear with me because this is.
All right, guys.
Numbers.
So you should see the cards right over here.
Yeah, cool.
All right. Let me just bring up some of my, resources. Okay. All right. Okay, the first card is supposed to be the subject, the focus of the reading. I'm going to say that is collectively our group. So everybody please concentrate very hard. A little bit. Okay. Okay, this is the missionary. It is representative of those who spread wisdom and faith to others. Perhaps we are supposed to be the pilgrims that enter Prismere in order to achieve the goals of those that cannot. This card represents our past, what has led us to this place. It is representative of great heroes. A sudden reversal of fate. Whatever our paths were doing up until the point that we met, it has suddenly changed. What is occurring currently? This card represents a justness, a nobility, those who live by a code of honor and integrity. Perhaps this is what we must bring to this situation in order to advance our purpose in the future. This is an interesting card to roll for that. The Beast. It is representative of great rage or passion. Something
get-
bestial.
As you draw that card, you get a flash vision of something almost snake-like
Oh,
in
God.
its neck and its long tail. It has spindly limbs, though. It's green all over. It's got dragon-like wings, and then the vision's gone.
Okay, I repeat that as best as I can for the amount of time that I saw it.
And lastly, this card represents the journey that we will have to take in order to meet that future. The horseman. It is the inverted horseman.
Even though it's not visibly here, let's just say that is.
It is representative of temporary defeat, but with persistence, we live to fight another day.
You remember that the mystery mine car that you got on, it was decorated with horses on it.
Interesting.
All right, so that was the reading that you guys had. Flashback to that. Now back to current time, and you all have just been talking with Kettlestream. None of you sensed any kind of like deceit in what Kettlestream shared with you. Any questions for Kettlestream? You were saying it seems like it might be pretty hard to steal that Witchlight vein, right?
Yeah. Does he have any suggestions? Or she, sorry. Does she have any suggestions?
Well, Mr. Witch also has a watch. Maybe that would be easier to steal. Although we need something to cut the chain, like a dagger or some thieves' tools or something, to lift it and separate it from him. That might be easier than the Witchlight vein.
I have some experience in that sort of thing. I once studied for a role in the Lights of Waterdeep that required me to learn such skills to present them on stage.
Well, maybe the best time to do it would be during the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch. There'll be lots of distractions happening. I can distract Mr. Witch specifically to maybe help you, Maynard, to take the watch. And then once you have it, I'm sure they will tell us what we need to know then.
Yes. I think that's a little bit more plausible. Not plausible, but doable.
Okay. Any other questions for Kettlestream? Steam?
Actually, it's a question for Portia. When he speaks, then I kind of pull her aside. Is that the mime's voice? The one he's using?
Oh, well, I assume I would know that.
Yeah, I guess you would. Yes, that is Candlefoot's voice now that you say that, Big Blue. And you guys remember, Candlefoot told you that his voice was stolen. And when he was trying to propose to the mermaid Palasha, he lost his voice and was disgraced.
So, my question for you, Tea Kettle, Kettle Bomb, Kettle Steam, your beef, for lack of better words, is with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. Why did you steal the voice of the innocent mime?
I was just trying to cause a distraction in any way I could. He or she pulls ruffles around in a pouch, pulls out a little doll made out of corn husk. It's got a thorny stem tied around its neck. It kind of has a vague resemblance to Candlefoot, the little doll. So, just to cause trouble, I guess, Kettlesteam says. Puts the doll back in its pouch.
Well, a little bit of a life lesson here. Always understand unintended consequences for your actions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think we are actually pretty proficient. And I think we're going to find the door on our own without going to the big top because, anyways, we're going to do it on our own. And then I really don't think that we can help you unless maybe you have something that looks a little bit like a doll with the thorns around its neck that you could offer as a payment or something of that nature.
Oh. You can do persuasion or intimidation check with advantage.
Intimidation is
They're both charisma, yeah.
Could I have somebody like maybe Portia do that instead?
Portia, you want to chime in?
Well, yeah, sure. I'll say
Okay.
all of us are determined to get to Prismere, and I think we now have a better plan in order to do that. This, I don't know if you care, but this man that you stole the voice from, his true love wants him to propose, and he can only do that with this voice. And that is an important goal as well. We do intend to get to Prismere, and we will help you, but it would mean something to us for you.
So, Portia, you can make a
reach
persuasion check with advantage, and Big Blue, you can guide her if you want.
Sounds more reasonable.
Okay. It's still straight up for Portia, though, because of her
Sure.
exhaustion.
You can take that whole 1 point of...
Oh, whoops, I'm not clicking on... That's not my token. Hold on 1 second. I was like trying to click on my avatar down at the bottom, being like, why can't I see it? But okay, here we go.
Oh,
there
yeah.
you go.
Nicely
20.
done. 18 total. That is enough. Kettlestream hands over the doll, unties the stem, says that should restore the mime's lost voice.
Thank you so much.
And I will lay low. I can meet you outside of the big tent right after the crowning of the Monarch ceremony, and or I can be waiting outside and I can kind of trip or distract Mr. Witch right after the ceremony for you all.
Yep. Sounds
Okay.
like a plan.
I'll turn to the group and say, like, do you all agree that maybe we should also try to enlist the help of Burley? He might have some knowledge behind the scenes of other ways to distract the Mister, since he is so close to them as the guard. But I think he would be motivated to help for his brother.
Yeah, let's go ask him about Hurley.
Okay.
But first, you guys want to take the doll to Candlefoot?
Well, is it already automatically released, or do we have to
don't
take
know. You don't know for sure.
the... Oh,
Maybe we could just pass by the
Yep.
illusions
On the way?
to Burley.
Yep.
Sounds good. Okay, so you do that. As you pass by, you see one of the painted signs of an elf wearing a jester's hat springs to life and exclaims, "We hope you're having a delightful evening," as you walk by. Also, a giant dragonfly swoops overhead. Its rider spills a drink over a group of Witchlight hands who curse and mumble. As the crowd spreads as you're approaching, you see Candlefoot. And Candlefoot's like pacing back and forth in front of the Hall of Illusions and talking to himself. Very excitedly, it looks like. He says, "I have my voice back. I'm going to ask Palasha to marry me."
well, do it. Do it now before you lose it again.
"Okay, come, follow me." He goes off past the big
all right.
top, off to the gondola swings. Palasha's like, kind of bitter and sad and not singing for the crowd, but when he arrives, she perks up a little bit, and he proposes to her
I'll give him
on the
guidance.
spot. Oh, guidance,
I'll give-
nice.
I'll give him guidance.
Give him a little prayer. A
Yeah.
little prayer from what god do you worship?
Erdath? I think.
Okay. Urdath, I think it is.
Yep.
Um,
Eldath.
He says, I'm so grateful to you all. I'm gonna give you an acting lesson.
Oh.
Before you leave. He seeks out Portia, proposes marriage to her, and the mood of the carnival rises even more. Flowers spring up along the edge of the lake there. The swans all gather around in the circle around Portia. Portia says, yes, yes, yes. And from that point on, Portia and Candlefoot treat you both as trusted allies. And the carnival mood's raised by 2 steps, if it wasn't already at the maximum. All right. So, leaving that joyous scene behind, you travel to the big top, where the hedge surrounds the wagons. But as one of the staff members, Portia, when you walk up to the edge, it parts for you. And you can walk inside the circle, and you see that Burley is in his normal accustomed position of like patrolling the exterior of the wagons. And he notices you. And he says, oh, I'm glad to see you again. There's something I've been meaning to ask you.
Mm-hmm. But well,
He takes off his helmet. He looks around, makes sure there's no one around. You can see he's got a worried expression on his eyes. He says bad things have been happening at the carnival for a while now. People and things have been going missing. My bosses know more than they're telling, but their hands are tied somehow. You're the first people I've met who might be able to set things right. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light are good guys, but you'll need leverage to make them spill the beans. He goes on to suggest a plan not unlike Kettlesteam's, and he offers to help. So he says he can help and make sure that indeed Mr. Witch will be alone when if you share that Kettlesteam's helping. Did you want to share that?
Yes.
yeah.
He will make sure that Mr. Witch is alone when Kettlesteam springs the distraction so that there'll be no one else around. He says also Dear Logron and Candlefoot and Balasha might help you. They're good eggs, but stay away from Thaco. He's untrustworthy. Thaco's that clown.
I've known that for years.
We actually had,
always
when we did
let me
Curse of
know.
Strahd, when we played it, one of the characters' names was Thaco, and he was a clown.
What
Yeah,
did he? What?
yeah, go back and look at some of the videos. He was a really disturbing clown, too. Okay, so the plan is set. You have explored everything except for the Dragonfly rides, and now would be a good time to take a quick break. So, all right, welcome back, everyone.
Yep.
So we are moving into hour 7. Just a little bit of time before the crowning ceremony starts. You guys have the one last ride to do the Dragonfly rides. And on your way there, you meet a Mr. Northwind, the treant, who was giving away the gifts at the start of the fair, and his squirrel named Mr. Red. Here's where they're at right here. There's huge lily pads resting on the surface of a pool glistening with phosphorescent algae. Giant dragonflies use the lily pads as landing platforms, buzzing loudly overhead, with wings as brilliant as stained glass windows, and alighting briefly to drop off and pick up excited passengers. One ticket punch for the ride. Near the entrance, a small smiling tree turns your way and beckons you over. A red squirrel clings to its leafy canopy, peering at you suspiciously. The tree says hello.
What looks at us suspiciously?
the squirrel. So there's this red squirrel
the squirrel.
bouncing around the tree's branches, and it's eyeing you guys as it holds on covetously to an acorn.
Greetings.
Oh, right.
I am Northwind. He asks each of your names. Why are you here? You don't seem like normal carnival goers.
While this is not my first time at the carnival by a long shot, you're correct that I am not here for the normal fun and games, but instead to find I am looking for the passage to Prismere that is said to be hidden somewhere within this carnival.
I'm not really supposed to talk about this, but Mr. Witch and Mr. Light aren't the carnival's original owners, you know. They're not even from the Feywild. But it matters not an inch. We're all one big happy family here.
What can you tell us about where they're from?
Well, I know that Mr. Witch... Oh, I shouldn't say this. Mr. Witch's got a pocket watch. I hope he never loses it, because he can't run the fair without it.
Oh. How would it prevent him from running the fair?
Well,
what would happen to the carnival?
Shouldn't say, but the watch, the watch
Mr.
is
Northwind, we're too close for you to keep secrets.
the watch. He can make this whole carnival appear whenever he wants and pack up whenever he wants. But if he didn't have the watch, he couldn't make the carnival appear.
So he would be very incentivized in getting it back if something were to happen to it.
Well, you didn't hear that from me.
Of course not.
No.
And Jotaro winks.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, his other eye immediately winks as well, and then it's hard to tell if he was actually winking or if it was just, like, his rabbit eye is, like, blinking rapidly.
his snout kind of twitching.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Red doesn't like rabbits. Red the squirrel. He eyes you.
Does Red talk too?
Yeah, I talk, Red says. Who's asking?
Just humble Maynard Throckbutton. You may remember me in my part as
in such plays as
the Queen and the Owl, and my part is Mouse.
I remember you stole the show.
I did. There was not a dry eye in the house. And
what else do you steal?
That scene. Oh,
keep your mitts off my acorns. Got it?
I will.
Okay. I'm glad we got an understanding.
They look like marvelous acorns.
Hey. You just mind your own business. The ride's that way. He points to the Dragonfly Ride.
You can trust us. We have somebody in our group who's also named after a color. That's logical.
Mr. Red doesn't seem to let up at all. He is one dour rodent. Or squirrel. So, the Dragonfly Ride. Anyone wants to ride a dragonfly? Your dragonfly buzzes into the air and begins a lazy figure 8 around the carnival's thoroughfare at a height of about 20 feet. If you want to try and steer it wherever you want it to go, you can try a DC 12 animal handling check. It is one take a punch to ride the dragon.
I will do it.
Okay.
Let me move mine up because I want to fly. I believe I can fly. Although I'm a fairy. Yeah, I'll do it anyways.
Okay.
Tiny will do it.
Okay. Go ahead and make your animal handling checks if you want to try and steer your dragonfly around. Otherwise, it takes you on a predetermined course. Tiny, you can fly wherever you want to go. Big Blue can. So can Jotaro.
Wow,
So,
everybody. Oh.
No.
Portia, not quite. If she was just not so exhausted. Oh,
Yeah.
Tiny, you're exhausted too, aren't you? So Tiny doesn't either. Maynard and Jotaro and Big Blue all do. All right. Anything in particular you guys want to look at as you're flying around? Those of you who can steer your dragonflies.
I'll buzz over the staff area.
Okay. You see Thaco there glaring at you as you fly by.
Do you see every
I flip him the deuces.
He flips something back at you.
I like to fly through all these gateways.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You know, what wasn't Sonic the Hedgehog, but anyways, I like to fly through all these gateways.
Huh, that's cool. I never noticed that. So these gateways. See, you got flowers, you got antlers, you got a snail. I'm not sure what that is. The food feasting court, and then dragonflies. All right.
More like a snake. How's that a dragonfly?
I know, that's weird, huh?
Super sus.
It's very suspect.
The Dragonfly Mafia. Alright, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna fly through the gateways. Showboat.
In your guys' travels, you don't find anything new secret except for one booth you haven't been to that you can hit before, you have just enough time before the crowning ceremony. And that booth is
Oh, I have to mark off my ticket.
Outstaring the Cyclops. What do you
How
do?
many,
What do
how
you
many punches are there on a ticket?
8. 8 punches on a ticket. You can buy another ticket for, I think, 8 silver pieces. If you don't have 8 silver pieces, you can barter for a ticket.
Like
I
your soul.
need to try to figure out how many I punched.
8 silver pieces for 8 attractions.
Well, I'm just going to assume that I've done 8 different things by now.
You've probably done 2 tickets worth by now.
I'll barter for it.
I would imagine you want to barter for one?
Yeah, I'll barter for one.
Okay. Let's see. You have to. So the ticket booth operator there is that elderly goblin with the spyglass and the ear horn and the pact. He says, "You must compliment everyone you meet. If you agree to that, I will give you a free ticket."
I agree.
You got it. You got a free ticket. All right. So, so the last attraction, Outstare the Cyclops. What do you do when the eye of the Cyclops falls upon you? You stare right back at it if you've got the stamina. It's a DC 14 Constitution check to win this game. It's 1 ticket punch to play. Anyone like to take a try at it?
First, Jotaro will let the Cyclops know that he has the most centralist eye of any eye he has ever seen.
Most symmetrically centered eye ever.
It is. It's perfectly center.
Okay, we're gonna go
Well
in
done.
reverse. We're gonna go in reverse order here. Tiny G, you can go first.
So if you want to expand my token so everyone can actually see what I'll be looking like,
Yeah.
I'll just have that exact face on,
Yeah.
just the entire look.
Oh no, Tiny G, your eyelids start to get heavy, and finally they droop and close. Maynard, do you want to try?
Sure, I'll have a go.
DC 14 con check. See if you can outstare the Cyclops. Maynard does. He stares right in that one eye for the whole time. Portia, do you want to try?
Yes. She's quite tired, but staring and passively is also kind of her thing.
DC 14 con check. Disadvantage because of your tiredness.
Right. Nope.
No for
I
Portia.
fall asleep.
No for Tanji. Jotaro. No for Jotaro. As your twitchy nose causes you to blink. Big blue.
Alright.
No for Big
No.
Blue. Only Maynard made it.
Spooky.
Wow, these are horrible rolls.
Maynard, you win a trinket. Roll a D100 for me, please.
Coming up.
Silver slipper.
37.
Yeah, there's slipper.
37.
My other character that I created has the other glass slipper, the one I did the epic on.
That's funny.
You complete me.
You find, or you're given a tiny bottle filled with rainwater collected from the Feywild.
Oh, it's like the
Nice.
ashes from Mount St. Helens.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm actually old enough that in 1980, I was a kid in Washington State, and we were playing football out in the backyard, me and my brother, when the ash cloud from Mount St. Helens came overhead. Back in the 80s, there was no Twitter.
Whoa.
There's no Twitter, no nothing. So we didn't know till the ash started falling what had happened, and then we, looked on the news and found out.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just
Or
went-
do you not have a vial of ash?
I might not have one left. We were selling them. We were selling them mail order to people. It was
Oh,
funny.
really?
Yep. We would have been eBaying them if that was a thing.
Yeah, I have one. I think I still have one, actually.
Nice.
My family is from Everett and Tacoma.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I grew up in Spokane, Washington for a while.
Okay.
Okay.
A lot of my family's in Oregon, but we
Rain
did
shadow.
a little day trip up.
I did have a shirt that said Washington, but it had a mountain on it, and the ash cloud covered the W, so it said Ashington.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, we sold those too. Okay, that is the last of all the attractions, all the rides, and you guys gather the last hour at the Witchlight Carnival crowning of the Monarch ceremony.
Can we rush through asking Candlefoot to help us in Portia, or is there no time left?
You want to rest one more time? Yeah, you can do one more short rest.
Oh no, sorry, not resting. Just asking Candlefoot and Portia to also help us.
Oh, they do also help you, and you get a second short rest. So both Tiny
go ahead.
and Portia, you're down to 1 level of exhaustion.
Awesome.
The way I do is you normally only get 2 short rests a day, so you're gonna be stuck with that one until tomorrow
Sure.
morning.
And we re-roll every morning, right?
Yep, every morning you reroll.
Okay.
Okay, so you can lower
Have
that
a
down.
long rest?
What was that?
What? Did we have a long rest?
Not
From the
now.
Technically, before the start of the session, yes.
Technically,
Oh,
before
we
the start of
did.
the session.
Good. Oh, because I had marked off all my stuff.
Oh, nice.
That's good to know because I would want it's gonna work perfectly.
Okay, hour 8, the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch. So as spectators take their seats in the big top, Dear Logron, the Displacer Beast, escorts Mr. Witch from his wagon to the coronation. Mr. Witch and Dear Logron stand on the sidelines next to Candlefoot as Mr. Light gives an opening speech. Candlefoot holds the hat box that contains the monarch's crown. So you all gather together, you get your seats. Now they have to select the monarch. Mr. Light's Witchlight vein spins a thread of golden light that winds its way to the chosen reveler. So since you guys have the mood positive, it's going to be one of you crowned, and it's going to be randomly one of you. So I'm going to roll a d5. It'll be in the order of the way you guys are situated right here.
If it wouldn't naturally roll a Witchlight hand, you can leave me out and roll a d4 if you want.
I think a hand can be chosen.
up to you, but
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Dash roll d5. It is you, Portia.
Oh,
I smell rig.
Rigged.
well, I refrained from saying that
You're
the
the adult
cards.
that keeps the home run ball at a baseball game and doesn't give it to a child next to them.
Mr. Witch removes the crown of golden butterflies from the hat box and places it on Portia's head. Mr. Light knights Portia with the Witchlight vein. Happy clowns shower all of you in glitter. Witch and Light escort the monarch on a circuit of the stage while Balasha the mermaid sings a joyous song and pixies flutter all around. When Balasha's song concludes, Mr. Light leads the monarch on a parade through the carnival, with the other guests following as Burly the Bugbear sets off fireworks. Meanwhile, Delargrum escorts Mr. Witch back to his wagon, but Delargrum is distracted for a second by Burly, leaving Mr. Witch walking to his wagon alone, and then he trips on something, being distracted by kettle steam, and then Maynard can sweep in with advantage. And I assume a guidance from Big Blue.
Excellent.
Is it a check?
It is. It's a
Okay.
sleight of hand check.
Okay.
I will attempt to pilfer the watch. Not great.
12, 13, 14. That is a success. The DC was 13 to piffle their watch. So,
Thank you, guidance.
yeah.
Yes.
So you take the watch. This golden watch, it's quite exceptional in its craftsmanship. It's fastened to the end of a golden chain. It glows with a faint golden light. It makes a soft ticking noise that you can hear, Maynard. The face of the watch shows a miniature painting of the Witchlight Carnival, ringed by a tiny hedge, and the whole thing is orbited by a mote of light small enough to slip through the eye of a needle. So you gather that. You guys regroup as a party, and then you can, as all of you together, confront Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, if you like.
Yes.
All right.
Of course.
So you guys confront Mr. Witch and Mr. Light as they're traveling back to the staff area, just as they're about to go through the hedge. Monarch demands an audience. They turn and look at you and say, yes. What can we do for you?
Will.
I don't want to do. I know I've essentially played this already, so I'm going to not say anything. I'm just going to glare menacingly.
Okay.
We have something to trade with you
Oh, yeah?
for information. It will help us find our lost items.
What do you have to
Or
trade?
in
I'm gonna do Maynard
Prismeer.
and Portia.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the Emboldened Bond.
Okay.
That way, you guys have a D4 for the next 10 minutes, as long as you stay within 30 feet of each other for attack rolls, ability checks, and save throws. So if you need it for persuasion or intimidation, you both have it, because I think you guys are going to be the face. So
Well, that'll certainly help. I will assist Maynard. But
What do you have to trade,
yeah.
Mr. Witch asks Maynard.
Timepiece. Fine.
Mr. Witch, you can
Workmanship.
see his eyes get wide, and then he starts feeling around in his pocket. He says, "You little cricket, what have you done?"
Oh, we just
We know about
sometimes
the.
things get lost here in the carnival. Lost and found.
What do you want?
We know about your deal with the Hourglass Coven.
What do you want?
Passage to Prismeer.
Give me back the watch, and I'll show you how to go to Prismeer.
May I insight check?
I'll roll it for you. Nothing seems to give away a lie.
Does it?
You know Portia from inciting over the years working here, or the maybe months working here. Mr. Witch is definitely dour, but straightforward. You don't know him to be a liar.
Does it? And I'm sorry. I understand if you want to fire me because of this whole thing. But does it have something to do with the mystery mine I was complaining about? I just want to see if he has any sort of facial reaction to that.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I say we agree to the deal.
How about it, little
Yes.
cricket? He's talking to Maynard.
Yes, just one thing. Can you tell us the story of how you came in possession of the carnival?
We crossed paths with another carnival many years ago. The one we owned is nowhere as nice as this. the owner of this carnival, joined us for drinks. Much wine was consumed. We could not agree which carnival was the better of the two, so we decided it would be great fun to swap ownership. Isolde was the name of the Eladrin who ran this carnival before trading with us. We ran a carnival in kind of a dire location, but it was great fun nonetheless. The arrangement would last until our two carnivals meet again, which has not yet happened.
Interesting.
What's the dire location?
A place in the Shadowfell. Many different realms make up this location.
Oh, Detroit.
I don't know of that one.
Yeah.
Barovia.
Shadow.
Barovia is one of them.
Oh.
Other
Very
locations.
well, Mr. Witch. You have a deal.
Very good.
Show us how to get to
Follow
Prismere.
me, he says. And he holds out his hand for the watch. Do you give him the watch?
Well, first I'm going to make a big show of trying to find it in one of my pockets.
You know, that reminds me of that play you were in.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Kalimshar? No, that couldn't have been it. We barely wore clothes in that one.
All right, so you hand over the watch?
I do hand over the
All right.
watch.
Mr. Witch makes good on his word, and Mr. Light accompanies you as you guys travel through the fair, as most of the people are leaving now. Just the slightest glimmer of light is starting to show on the horizon as the sun's about to rise. They lead you into the Hall of Illusions. Grab your guys' tokens. Mr. Witch.
Did Burley, when he was talking to Portia, pass on to look for his brother? Did he bring that up?
Yeah, he would have.
Okay.
Yeah, he definitely would have asked you guys to go looking for his brother. So he describes for you what Hurley looks like. He doesn't know what became of him. But if you see him in your travels, let him know that Burley is looking for him. He tells you.
Is he also a bugbear?
He is.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
It might be that Danny DeVito.
Could be
and
an
Arnold
adopted brother, yeah.
Schwarzenegger thing. Yeah. Our brother is a gnome.
All right, so here is the
good.
Hall of Mirrors right here. They lead you into the Hall of Mirrors. As they do...
Like Stonehenge.
So every one of these stones has a mirror on both sides of it. As Witch and Light move through the Hall of Illusions, their reflections in the mirrors show them as gloomy Shatterkai children, and your own youthful reflections follow behind. Soon they call you to a halt. The mirrors now reflect everyone's true age. Mr. Witch addresses you in a hushed tone. Everything you seek and more lies beyond this mirror. If you mean to step through, then stand in front of the glass and repeat this rhyme. Hither, thither, here and there, wander yonder, show me where. Does
Jotaro
anyone-
steps.
Okay.
Yeah, Jotaro just steps up the glass.
Okay.
Says, hither, thither, here and there.
Stop there.
One.
When
Okay.
Jotaro gets to hither, a glow starts to form in the glass. It starts to get a little bit lighter. Your reflections dim away. And this mirror is the center south stone. So Jotaro is in front of that. And the rest of you can kind of take up your spots. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light are standing here. So you guys go and take up whatever spots you want to be in as Jotaro is starting to say the rhyme. He gets to hither, and when he does, you remember that reflection you saw of like the frog-like creature, and then you turned and looked and it was gone? All of a sudden, one of those leaps out of the mirror and is now in front of you. It's a tiny little frog-like creature. I mean, it's big for a frog. And here's a picture of it over there. It's got big bulbous eyes. Another one comes through. And another one comes through. And roll initiative, everyone.
Oh, whoa.
And Tiny and Portia, your one level of exhaustion has given you disadvantage on checks, though, so you have to roll twice and type in the lower of the two rolls.
I think it took it.
Okay. Then, sorting the order. So the one that stepped through, the first one, bites at you, Jotaro, with vicious, sharp fangs. Multi-attack and 3 bites. First bite on Jotaro is a crit.
Oh, yeah.
18 points of piercing damage. Rips
Well,
out
exactly what you
Jotaro's
need.
neck. Blood spatters all over the mirror. The blue light starts to dim out in the mirror that started to appear when Jotaro started to say the words. And then the thing turns its attentions to Maynard and bites at Maynard. Hits Maynard for 11. And then bites at Maynard again. Missing, I think, with an 11. And it's done. Maynard, your turn. These things are moving so fast that they're like blurry, and you'll have disadvantage on your attacks versus them.
Yikes. All right, well, I'm going to strike back at the one that hit me with my rapier.
So you get it's within 10 minutes, so you get bam, you get a +2 to your hit.
So a 14 is a miss.
Yikes.
What else, Maynard?
Okay, well, suffering from damage as I was, I'm going to cunning action dash disengage.
Okay. And go ahead and note your damage. You took 11 points. All right. After Maynard, we got a Lornling attacking Portia. The bite. Missing. Portia again. Hitting for 11. And Portia with a third bite. Oh, that almost killed Portia. She's unconscious. Blood spatters all over the ground. The thing, in a blur of speed, moves over to here. That provokes from you, Big Blue. If you got a weapon in
I
hand.
will. I do. This is my first. Okay, mace.
Ooh,
21.
that's a hit.
For Savon.
Salvon, that hurts it pretty bad. They're hard to hit, but if you can connect with them, they can't take much damage. Anything else? That was a reaction. So that
That was
done.
a reaction.
Portia, death save, please.
Yep.
It's a straight con save, or straight D20 roll. To do it, you click your A14 button.
Oh, okay.
One success. So put a green 1 for you, and put the red X so everyone knows you're dying. Portia's done. Tiny G.
Tiny's gonna do the big rage,
Nice.
and then take out his battle axe and 2-hand attack. The one just due south.
Okay.
No, does a 10 hit?
No.
Oof.
Okay. After Tiny G is Jotaro, death save.
Sorry, wrong
That's initiative.
button. Yep.
One,
Nope.
Okay, put a
2,
red 1 on you, Jotaro.
3, 4.
Do we actually have a healer?
You do.
Or is that
Meg-
Big Blue?
Jotaro's done.
Yeah.
Last Lornling's going, attacking Tiny G with a bite.
Mute.
Tiny G, you are armor class 15, so that's a miss. Then he attacks Tiny G again with a bite. Missing again, and 16 connects. 12 points of piercing, so you take 6 of that, right, Tiny?
Yep.
It's done. Big Blue, your turn.
Watch this incredibleness. I'm wanting to use this. Okay, so I am going to move. Okay, I'm just going to show you where I'm moving, okay?
Just
I'm
go one square at
moving.
a time. Yeah, just first you
All
can
right.
do your thing.
1,
There you go.
And then this will be 2.
Okay. Go ahead and hit your button for your first healing. You do the button every time you do it.
Okay. So 11 points to you, Jotaro.
Oh, nice.
All right. And then when I move into that square, it's 12 to you, Tiny.
Oh wow.
11 to you, Portia. So that's 1,
Oh.
2. What did I just do? 3, 4, 5. That's within 5, right?
Yeah.
So, and then 11 points of healing to you, Maynard.
Jeez.
Nicely
Wow.
done.
Yep, that's my channel divinity.
Big Blue
Wow.
Sweet.
calls on the divine, heals the party up. Put prone marker on you, Portia, and you can take off the green one. Big Blue's done.
Well
Rounds
done.
over. Lornling's going. Lornling attacking Tiny G with a bite. Miss with a bite. Hit for 11, which becomes 5 Tiny G. And a bite. Hit for 10, which becomes 5 more. It's done. Maynard, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to try and hide it as a bonus action with cunning action.
Ooh, that's hidden.
Then I'm going to pop out and shoot it. Shoot the one that's hurt with
Okay.
my short bow.
Oh, Mr. Light and Mr. Witch can't back away. They're back to here now.
Thank
that's a
you.
hit.
It's like a big fat
Take him back, you coward.
hit.
And you can announce your damage, 8 points. Did you do 8, Dave?
I will if I can
Done.
sneak attack despite having disadvantage.
You
because of
don't
its
have
speed.
disadvantage, actually, because you have a straight up attack. The
Okay.
advantage and disadvantage canceled out, so you're good. All right.
All right.
Finish up your move where you want, and then Portia, your turn.
All right, I will stand. And I'll take rid of that icon in a second. Let me just read through this to make sure I'm not. Okay, great. I'm gonna advance and pull a card from my deck that looks like the priest card, but it's inverted. And through that card seems to come a strange green mist.
Nice. Poison spray. So which one? The one south or southeast?
Southeast.
South.
Sorry, no, south.
South. Con save for that guy to negate it. Ooh.
Ugh.
He dodged out of the way of the mist.
Okay.
And that poison spray is 10 feet, so you did not have to get adjacent if you didn't want to.
Oh, okay, cool. I was worried I had to get that close to not.
Okay. Finish your move where you want. And then
Yeah.
Tiny G.
Tiny's gonna take a swing recklessly at this guy.
Recklessly, all
That'll be
right.
a straight up.
Portia, you might want to stay
16,
within
8.
30 feet
That is a hit.
Where-
8 points
there
of
you go.
slashing.
of Maynard.
Got it.
Oh, so close.
Finish your move where you want, Tiny, and then Jotaro, your turn.
All right, Jotaro's going to stand up. Then he is going to use his rabbit hop to jump
Nice.
10 feet without provoking.
Nice.
So 10 feet to there, and then still has should have 15 more feet of movement after that,
Yep.
and then is going to try to shoot the one that's injured.
All right.
First, Hunter's Mark, because I don't think the rabbit hop is a bonus. I think
It
it's
is a
just
bonus.
it is a bonus, so not Hunter's Mark. But so just a straight up longbow attack.
The first rabbit hop of the campaign. Ooh, nice shot, too. Even with cover, you hit him. Cover and blur and everything, you hit him. 6 points, kills him. Nicely done, Jotaro.
And that is my turn.
Big Blue, your turn.
I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna actually move. Oops, wrong one. I'm gonna move up a little bit just to protect Portia, and then I'm going to hold the dead just because it looks very like it's dexterous.
Mm-hmm.
And
2 damage if he fails to save. He made a save, though.
okay.
After Big
And
Blue
that'll be it.
round is over, Lornling's going. It's trying to rip apart Tiny G with a bite. Critting Tiny G for 13 becomes 6. Missing. And 15 is a miss, I think. No, it's a hit for 5 more.
hit.
And the thing circles around Tiny G to kind of get some cover from you guys. And then Maynard.
Okay. Cunning action to hide.
16's good.
Short bow attack.
19 hit.
But you
And,
can also take a plus D4, right?
He hit.
Take 8.
Okay.
8 points damage, still alive as you wing it. Then Portia.
Let's attempt Dissonant Whispers. Which she swaps out a card for, and it's the Enchanter.
3 psychic. Save for half, 13 wisdom. The thing kind of starts to shake a little bit. The blurring grows faster and faster on its head as it grabs its head, and then its head explodes all over the place. And
So, what was that show? Where they would blow people's heads up? Like it was like an original, like it's like in the 70s or 80s movie. Do you remember it?
no.
Now it's gonna bug me the rest of the night. All right, I'm gonna be quiet for a second because I'm gonna try to figure out what it was.
All right, guys. You can... Well, you can't do another short rest, but you'll get a long rest after this. So, you finish the rhyme. Hither, thither... What is it?
Hither, thither. Yeah. Hither, thither, here and there, wonder yonder, show me where.
There we go. All right. When you finish that, a blue swirl appears in the mirror, just like the picture here. There we go. And you can step through. Who wants to go first?
Jotaro will lead the way.
As Jotaro steps in there, you can see his form start to spin and swirl and get smaller and smaller, and then like get sucked through the mirror and be gone. Next.
Can we hold hands? Anybody?
Jotaro's
I'll go next.
Jotaro's through. Big Blue, same thing happens to him.
I was serious. Maynard?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Maynard and Portia go through, and then Tiny G, you're the last one there. Your grim look as your rage ends. You're kind of exhausted, tired of this whole shenanigans. Mr. Witch says something to you.
Yep.
Mr. Witch and Mr. Light wait until the last of you are about to step through. Then they say, Witch says, mind the rule of 3. Future, present, past. And Light says, find the alicorn and free the dormant queen at last. And then you step through. And when you step through...
As I step through, I'm gonna whisper, I'm never gonna pay for that ticket.
As you step through... You stand at the edge of a 20-foot wide causeway over a hazy, twilight sky. The causeway, which is built from pale stones that glow faintly from within, towers 100 feet over the ground, but large sections of it have crumbled away. A fog-shrouded swamp spreads out below you in all directions, and up from its murk wafts the smell of rotting plants. Also, rising from the swamp is the music of nature, a discordant cacophony of croaking frogs and singing birds. And that's where we'll stop for tonight. Short one tonight.
Where are we at in relation to this?
You are, let's see, let me grab a map that's bigger than this for you.
Oh, okay.
Will we be leveling up?
No, actually, the optimum level for the next session is second still.
All right.
So
How about that? 48 points of healing.
That's
well
just
done.
Wild.
Yeah, that, and I was so waiting.
That was very impressive.
Yeah.
That was
very
the
much appreciated.
Yeah, that was
move of
awesome.
the session.
So
You
should
know, Tom, if you loved me in the epic that you run, if you can find a way to have some humanoids die within 5 feet of Spore so I can resurrect my own army,
Yeah.
that'd be nice.
So on this map, see that tower that's kind of leaning sideways in the
Mhm.
bottom
Yeah.
left?
The
You're on the
Leaning Tower of-
causeway just to the west of that.
The Leaning Tower of Fae.
Yep. So draw a line from that tower through that balloon to the causeway, and that's where you're standing.
Hither's supposed to be where my map is.
Yeah, you have a feeling it's here somewhere.
Oh. If I had any idea where I was, I'm sure I could find it.
Look, Jotaro's in the lower right-hand corner.
Yeah.